everybody, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Philadelphia Sports with myself, Liam Jenkins, where, as you might have guessed it, we go over everything that happened this week in Philadelphia sports for the 93rd time. If you're new around here and you enjoy this sort of content, guys, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, drop your comments down below on everything we discuss in today's video. Now, the big news out of Philadelphia this week came in the last couple of days. On Saturday, in fact, a day of rest for many, but not for Howie Roseman and company, who brought back 40-year-old quarterback Josh McCown, a 16-year veteran who had just previously retired from the league during the off-season and has come back for one last rodeo to be the Eagles' number 2 quarterback. But Liam, why would the Eagles sign Josh McCown? Well, gentle viewer, the reason for that is that Cody Kessler suffered a concussion on a very bad hit on a linebacker blitz. And while Clayton Thorson held his own, I don't think it's really fair to have him play the next 2 games, all 4 quarters. That would make 3 full games for Clayton Thorson, and God forbid if he goes down, then we're really in trouble. Now, for a full analysis on the Josh McCown signing, there is a video which you can see here, maybe there, depending where I've put it. But you know, this series, we like to keep things fun and light-hearted, and the biggest thing that I've learnt was apparently he's got better hair than me, and I don't know how I feel about that. The Flipping the Birds podcast, Philly Sports Network's newest Eagles podcast, tweeted this out after the signing, and I'm not shocked, I'm disappointed. Firm difference. I thought better of you. This takes a solid 26 minutes before each video to get ready. The amount of work I do to look a solid 4 out of 10 for you guys, it is unreal. And the fact that Josh McCown can waltz in and look like a superhero, it's embarrassing. I'm not happy about it. Either way, the signing made plenty of sense for the Eagles, and it does give them a firm quarterback number 2 option. Of course, they lost Nick Foles during the offseason, a veteran presence in the locker room. When Nate Sudfeld recovering from his injury, A, it takes a strain off, so if the recovery period is a little bit longer, it's not the end of the world. And B, put it this way, if you're down 7 points, it's week 15, and Carson Wentz comes out with a bit of a knock. Nothing too serious, please don't shout, alright? It's early in the morning. The win would secure a playoff berth. Would you rather drop in Nate Sudfeld, who did the exact same thing for Nick Foles and did a beautiful handoff, might I add, or Josh McCown, who's played for just about every team in the NFL, been around for 16 years, has a positive touchdown to interception ratio and a positive win-loss ratio? The answer to me is simple, and for $2 million, it's a bargain buy. It also gives the Eagles a little bit of leverage to work out what they want to do with Clayton Thorson. I think there's a very good chance Nate Sudfeld could get stashed on IR for the opening 8 weeks, and that means that would not only keep him out of harm's way, but it means the Eagles don't have to expose Clayton Thorson to waivers. So maybe my Howie head's sticking a bit too much. There could be some weight to it. Don't be surprised if that happens, but let me know what you think of the signing, guys, down below, and if he does have a better haircut than me, which I don't. Talking of Josh McCown, guys, let's not forget that you can Josh McCown this merchandise, this exclusive Philly Sports Network flight tag hoodie. We've got t-shirts, we've got long sleeves that are actually neatly folded for a change, and you can get them all down in the description below. There's also pretty little pictures under there. Click one of them, click buy, and you can rock this. It looks brilliant, and you can look like me and have hair like Josh McCown, but a little bit worse because apparently I'm not good enough. Talking of Clayton Thorson, though, I don't know who saw that come in. He balled out on Thursday night, so much so that we actually made a song about him. It dropped during Friday's edition of the Outside Insider podcast, which for some reason didn't get published to you guys on the subscriber feed. I was livid, but I'm not going to leave you without premium LJ content, so here, in its full entirety, is the touchdown song that we will sing every time Clayton Thorson scores a touchdown. Clayton Thorson, da 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 da. Clayton Thorson, da 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 da. Clayton Thorson, da 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 da. Clayton Thorson, da 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 da. Clayton Thorson! Going 16 of 26 for 175 yards, a touchdown to Greg Ward Jr., an interception that wasn't an interception. Thorson looked much better, but the bar again was very low after last week, wasn't it? It's not as if he's just come out and put up a Drew Brees-esque performance, or even a Sam Bradford Green Bay Packers performance, for those of you that remember. Sort of like being me in the kitchen. You go to make breakfast one week, you pour milk in the kettle catches fire, you've got to buy a new one. The next week, you make toast, it's average at best, but nothing caught fire. So it's context, and I think next week is going to show a bit more about Thorson. The Eagles also signed former Army offensive tackle Brett Toth, who originally would have had to sign 2 years worth of military service, but he got a waiver, meaning he only had to serve 1, and can now sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's practicing with them right now, unless you're watching this at about midnight, you little binge watcher, because he's not practicing, he's probably having a nap, bit tired. But all I can say to that is, God bless America. Like, what a move. That's an amazing move for Brett Toth to still pursue his dream. He went to Army, he served in the military, and he's still going to pick up military work with Temple University when he's not assigned with football designations, and that even sounds military. But that's huge for him, and hopefully he can catch on to the squad, or at least have a chance to audition for the team, maybe the practice squad, and maybe put some tape out for other teams as well. If he can get some valuable offensive tackle action, it makes sense, right? You don't want Andre Dillard playing 100% of snaps in week number 4. Take him out, give him to Brett Toth, and see what the guy can do. Fair play. One guy who's not doing so well in training camp, though, just so happens to be Stefan Wisniewski. Oh dear, that's not going well. Now, my bold prediction since May, in fact, you can date it back on this channel, on my website, in podcasts, or any other overlap possible, I said that he won't make the team. I haven't, but since the second he re-signed, I think it was very unlikely he makes the team. The fact that Halapoulivaati Vaitai, although he can play both positions, is a swing tackle, and has come in with the Eagles needing a backup right guard, someone to maybe start week 1 for the injured Brandon Brooks. He's come in and taken those backup reps away from Wisniewski, who's now gone behind Jason Kelce and is snapping balls lower than my voice pitch, which isn't low. That's really high. Like, you could sail it up there and that, you know. It's a real shame because I think Wisniewski has suffered a fall from grace. He was a Super Bowl starter, for crying out loud. The guy then comes in 2018, somehow secures that role again, then gets benched for no real reason at all other than the fact that every other lineman was struggling. They've got a bit of prowess, so you can't really drop them. He was very vocal about that in the locker room, and then he tries to get a long-term deal, can't get any, comes crawling back to Howie, and now he's stuck behind Jason Kelce, arguably being pushed by a guy like Keegan Render. And to anyone that says, oh, Liam, but Stefan Wisniewski, he's the Wizard of Oz. The only wizard that Stefan Wisniewski is Neville Longbottom. I just realised I couldn't have sounded any more British if I physically tried. But another preseason standout has been Deshaun Hall, who now leads the NFL in tackles, sacks, basically anything ever. Tackles for a loss, quarterback hits, rice dinners cooked for your girlfriend, and basically everything. Not my girlfriend, I've got... Ooh, let's not touch that one. But the Eagles thrived during their 24-10 preseason rout over the Jacksonville Jaguars. A far better performance than we saw last week. But I did just want to say again, guys, a massive, massive thank you to anyone that tuned in to our live stream, our watch-along stream here on this YouTube channel. It blows my mind how many of you are showing up to these. It's unreal. I promise you, we're going to have post-game content every single regular season game we can handle. And there's plenty more where this came from. But there is a chance we may not have a live stream this week. I totally forgot I may be in London from Thursday through to Saturday, which is a real pain in the ass. But it's the only time it will ever happen. That's a promise. Then for week 4 of preseason through to pretty much forever, you can't get rid of me, alright? I'm still going to try. Just leave it with me. I'll see what I can do. But to everyone that has honestly tuned in, I end up so soppy about these streams because I put everything I can into them. Fridays for me are a pain because I end up so burnt out. I'm up till about 6 in the morning, you know, shouting about the Eagles, doing that. Hand it off to Boston Scott. Boston Scott. Boston Scott. Yeah. And it's just fun, like it's so much fun, and I'm just insanely grateful to every single one of you. So thank you for your support, and thanks for coming along for the ride. On to the Phillies, and oh, it's getting a bit hot in here, isn't it? Getting a bit. I mean, it's not, because they're still 5-5 in their last 10, and they're still third, and they're still 2 games off the Nationals. But Bryce Harper did hit a grand slam walk-off in the bottom of the 9th inning to get them a key victory, and he was wearing the powder blue, and it was amazing. It was second to me, only just a little bit, to Charlton's 94th minute winner at Wembley to send them back to the... That was a bit more dramatic. I mean, baseball, you've got the build, I get it, but it was an amazing sporting moment. I think the fire that Bryce Harper showed was unreal. The fact he went out and thanked the fans. I think that was the moment for me to find his first season as a Philly. It's that coming of age, that settling down and feeling it. It's feeling the vibe. The way he powered around those bases, the sheer tenacity he hit the ball with. That for me was Bryce Harper saying, I am a Philadelphia Philly. There's no more, oh, what's going on? Or, oh, we got a slump, oh, we don't know, and he's injured, and I don't really know what's happening. Oh, is he worth the money? Oh, it's such a hefty price tag. This was very much the Bryce Harper, I am a Philadelphia Philly, I'm going nowhere, and I'm going to be here until you're 87. So Charlie Manuel, or is it Charlie Manuel? How Charlie, Uncle Charlie? Charlie Manuel's back, he's now the hitting coach, and apparently that's inspired something. I don't know if it's just his presence or he's come in and said hello or what, but everyone's hitting dingers. Like, big out level dingers, and I don't know what's happened, I don't know what's caused it, but if it's Uncle Charlie, then fair play, Charlie. Fair play. The Philadelphia Flyers did nothing again. Sorry, it's the only Monster Energy drink that's not for people called Kyle. The Sixers did nothing again. We did have an article from Yamil Roman, one of our Sixers contributors at phillysportsnetwork.com, that said Jonah Bolden could be competing for a bigger role in 2019. And if you want to read more of that, I know you do, because I bloody do, alright? phillysportsnetwork.com is where you can get all of our stuff. And the Philadelphia Union, a phrase trap game comes to mind. They played the Chicago Fire, they came into the game 10th place. The Union started at the top of the league. We're top of the league, we're top of the league. Sorry, I was singing about Charlton, I just got a bit, ooh. And then they lose 2-0 with both goals coming at the end of the first half, and it was just a bit of a disappointment really, wasn't it? So let's sort that one out. And the worst thing is for the Union, they've got to play DC, Atlanta and LA in September. That's a meaty schedule. That's a very meaty schedule, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty of the MLS season. So if the Union are going to take the Eastern Conference, these next few games have got to be the best we've seen from the team. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of This Week in Philadelphia Sports. If you like what you saw, or didn't actually, just please do it anyway, help support the cause. If you could leave a like, just hit that subscribe button. I can't believe we're already on 13,000, it honestly blows my mind. You guys are literally the best fans on the planet. I'm so lucky to be able to do this for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, that's a shame. My Twitter is @LiamJenkinsPSN. I'll see you soon.